I spend millions of dollars a year for lawyers and for accountants to do my taxes. I mean, they do a great job.
Nobody knows the tax code better than I do, okay? I know it better. I'm the king of the tax code.
I know more formulas. I know more about tax abatements. I know more about taxes than any human being that God ever created. I knew how to use the tax code to rebuild my company when others didn't have a clue. Some of them come to see me today and they say, man, I wish I saw you, Donald. I know how the tax code works better than anyone.
A longtime accounting firm now cutting ties with the organization and saying nearly 10 years worth of financial statements from the company can no longer be viewed as reliable. We're learning about this from a letter just made public by the New York Attorney General. She's been conducting this civil investigation into the former president's company.
So as you probably know by now, former President Donald Trump's longtime accounting firm, Mazars USA, just notified the Trump Organization that it is cutting ties with them, stating that the financial statements it had prepared with information provided by the company between mid-2011 and June 2020, quote, should no longer be relied upon. This is all part of the larger investigation into the Trumps by New York Attorney General Letitia James, who is trying to prove that the Trumps' assets were inflated to secure higher loans. Of course, there's a lot of analysis and serious reckoning that should be done in the wake of this revelation, but for a brief moment, the internet was doing what it does best in these situations, absolutely dunking on the Trump family. There was little sympathy for Mazars USA on Twitter amidst the bombshell, with many speculating that the company is likely headed for big legal trouble itself. How could they just be realizing now that one of their biggest clients was unreliable for 10 years and possibly defrauding people left and right? Most people online aren't buying that they're innocent in all of this. That being said, the company turned over 525,000 pages of documents to the New York Attorney General, which is a huge deal and a big step forward in this ongoing investigation. The Trump org is, of course, spinning this thing in some really fascinating ways.
Mazars' work was performed in accordance with all applicable accounting standards and principles. Here to translate that into English for us is NBC's Tom Winter, who's covering this. You've got Mazars, this accounting firm, essentially cutting ties with the Trump Organization. Normally, we're not bringing you this as breaking news. We're not CNBC. That's not our jam. Here's why this is so interesting, is because this is happening against the backdrop of that investigation from the New York Attorney General.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but spinners are just gonna spin. Make no mistake, Mazars is absolutely throwing Trump under the bus here. But what do you think? Is it too little too late?
I know how the tax code works better than anyone, and I'm going to fix it so it's fair and just.
Did you use that $916 million loss to avoid paying personal federal income taxes?
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Then again, there's no real timeline on justice, and if it's coming for the Trumps, it is better late than never. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.